It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming on in. Mic check. Do you hear me loud and clear? Drop a comment in the population of the chat box. Make sure you check all the links. We are live. The champ, the OG of the crypto kaboom. Terra Luna's pumping today. Terra Luna's pumping today. We're going to talk about why. And the big question here is, will crypto make gains this August? July was the best month since the all-time high, since we've been in a bear all year, since best month since October. All-time high was in November, but it was the best month since October as far as making gains. It's been downhill since then, but will we see gains in August for the crypto market? Let's talk about it, and let's talk about why Terra Luna might be, well, not might be, it is pumping like 20% plus today, so we want to talk about the math. Make sure you drop a comment there in the population of the chat box. I'll be back in just a moment. Let me turn off these coins. Make sure that all the systems are go over here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Terra. Here's the next move for in Terra Luna. New DAO infrastructure. This is posted yesterday over there on FX Street. I'll show you the screen in just a moment. Give me a second here. The enterprise protocol on new standard infrastructure for building DAOs on Terra could be Luna's next move, according to sources close to the matter. Okay. Entropy Beacon, a decentralized and secure on-chain protocol, recently went live on the Terra blockchain. The launch of DAO infrastructure could aid the recovery of the Terra protocol that suffered a massive crash recently. Now, so they got this enterprise protocol, and then also the authorities are, they've been involved, and apparently people have been arrested or whatnot. So check this out. Seoul Southern District Prosecutor's Office closed their investigation in the case of Terra's collapse algo stablecoin UST. The investigation was closed. Terra is now working on rebuilding the lost trust of investors. Investigation in Luna is now complete. The Seoul Southern District Prosecutor over there in Korea ended its investigation in the case of the UST. The case covered fraud allegations against the founders of Terraform Labs, Do Kwon, and Daniel Shin, and the collapse of the sister tokens Luna and UST. After successful raids on the crypto companies connected with the Terra ecosystem, they were raided. Authorities closed the Terra case and seized relevant materials. So they closed the case, I guess. So people got locked up. What happened here? This included a raid on the residences and offices of all the people who were related or involved in the case, which is not clear here who was related or involved other than Shin and Do Kwon. As a result of the case, Daniel Shin is restrained from going out of the country, and Do Kwon has been instructed to inform South Korean officials about his arrival from Singapore. Investigators are considering putting Kwon under arrest after issuing a red corner notice to Interpol. So I really don't get it. The case is closed, and what all this guy's punishment is that he can't leave the country? Daniel Shin? And then this other guy, Do Kwon, how's the case closed? Did he face trial? I don't understand how the law works out over there, but apparently the market is liking this. It seems like there's some closure. Okay, what is Terra's Entropy Beacon connection? And I don't know if what this actually means. Was this implemented by the Seoul government? I don't understand exactly what's going on here clearly. But anyhow, Entropy Beacon is a decentralized and secure on-chain protocol on the Terra chain. This project works on secure decentralized apps to avoid manipulations by validator. Entropy Beacon is taking a decentralized approach to randomness on chain. The Beacon system uses a cryptography function called VRF, verifiable random function, to generate randomness. Okay, sources close to Terra revealed the enterprise protocol on Twitter. Enterprise DAO will build a new standard for DAOs on Terra. Standard protocols for building DAO infrastructure could help rebuild Terra infrastructure. So I don't know if there's any relations between this Beacon, Entropy Beacon DAO thing and the authorities over there in Seoul. It seems like, I don't know, the article here is kind of mixing both of them. I don't know if there's if they're in tandem, if they're just two events that are driving the price. Let's look at the price over here of Terra Luna, because I know it's the top gainer today, or amongst the top gainers. pull up CoinGex, and then I'll pull up my trading view for you guys. And I'll check out the comments section in just a moment. Shout out to the Metamaniacs over there and everybody on Twitch as well that's following the champ. So you got, here's CoinGecko, and it seems to me like the top gainer. Let me pull up Terra. They're not in the top 100, but you can see they're trending now. They're on 130, and they're up. Their price is up. Last time I checked on my trading view, they're up 27% today at $2.42. So the case being closed, and this entropy beacon Dow, whatever involved, seems to be driving the price positivity. Listen, I don't want anything to do with Terra Luna. I don't want anything to do. I mean, I'll talk about it. I see that that's a gainer and it's an interesting story. But do I want any bags? Do I even want to like get involved with this thing? No, no way. This is not even a real crypto in my opinion. But hey, you know, it's an interesting story, and you know, it's interesting to see what's going on over there. And you know, if you're interested in the law and how's it work over there in Seoul or whatnot, yeah, it's something that caught my attention. But what's more catching my attention is that the price is moving today. You know, like that's enough to move the price. I mean, I really don't get it. I really don't. I don't want anything to do with it. But maybe, you know, you guys can enlighten me a little bit more here in the chat box and let me know, you know, what's so John Blaze about Terra Luna and why anyone would want to get involved after it was a crash and burn. And both founders seem to be on house arrest or getting locked up. I don't really know. Jason says, hey, champ, I bought 240,000 after crash. Do you think they will ever amount to anything? The Luna Classic? Well, I guess you just I just answered your question. I don't know, and I wouldn't want anything to do with it. I wouldn't want anything to do with it, me personally. So if you're at a profit right now, I mean, I would strongly consider getting out of the bag because it's already up 27%. What's going to continue driving the price? This Dow thing? Is that enough to continue to drive the price? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Maybe there's something that I don't know about. But, you know, if you're up now on the play, I would consider doing something else. Shout out to Manuel Herrera. And again, that's not financial advice. That's my personal opinion. You know, I'm not anybody's crypto daddy, a financial advisor, none of that stuff. Kaboom. Look at the champ getting these advertisements for beef. You know, I be with the beef. You know, I like the red meat. The champ's been upping his protein. My journey to, I haven't stated my new goals anyway, but maybe I have. My journey to match and surpass my previous personal records, weightlifting records, strength training records from before I had my shoulder surgery a couple years back, right before Corona hit, or right around that time when I was recovering. So if you've been following me for some time, you know, I got really into strength training. And I hit my PRs. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plate overhead, 2 plates bench press, 3 plates squat, and 4 plates deadlift. That was the previous PR, and I'm almost there. So I want to surpass that and continue to make gains. Shout out to Manuel, Jason, the rest of the boomers. Let's talk about the crypto markets, what they could do in August, and see what's really popping out there. Am I sharing my screen? Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am. Okay, so check this out. Luna's up 28%. Waves is up. So out of all the tokens that I'm following, Luna's way ahead. Okay, just on that news. Again, I don't want anything to do with it. I'll cover it. I'll talk about it, but I don't want to hold the bag. I mean, I'm not messing with that. Waves is up. I like Waves. I'm not really holding that bag, but I'm watching it. Ape is up. Anchor Protocol is up. Because, you know, they're associated with these protocols, the Luna and whatnot. Tesla will skip. BAT is up. BTS, but, you know, these are not that warm. You got Ape is kind of warm. It's up like 6%. Ape Protocol, the Ape coin that has to do with the Ape Other Side Metaverse, Bored Ape Yacht Club. You know, this is one that I think is going to stick around, guys. This is one that I think that's going to stick around. They got a brand, and this is an NFT Metaverse token. I think it is going to stick around. That and Sandbox. And maybe even Decentraland, you're going to have those players. In my opinion, they're going to stick around. And it's my intent to try to scoop and loop some in the bag when the trend starts to change. Shout out to Adrian. Kaboom! Adrian's in the box. I don't normally see Adrian in the live streams. But he always comments on all the videos. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Adrian Kent. Shout out to you, an OG 5-star general, cryptomaniac. Boom! Kaboom. And you got Bat is up, Mover. You got a few green tokens in the green today. Phantom. I mean, Phantom is one of my faves. The narrative that I'm closely following is the ETH versus Bitcoin narrative. How much is ETH going to gain on Bitcoin? How much is ETH going to gain on Bitcoin? Especially now that we have the merge looming. And that's supposedly September 19th or September 9th or sometime mid-September. And apparently they're going to do the test net even before that. So, guys, I keep talking about it. And I already did the 60-40 split. I'm doing the 60-40 split with the buying of BTC and ETH every week. But, man, maybe I should get more ETH, man. I'm going to be honest with you. And something's telling me also for this play is, I hate to say it, but, throw a bit or something at Ethereum. Because, I haven't sold any bits for ETH or anything like that. But in the short run, it's looking like, sheesh. I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know if I'm going to do that, though. Let me pull up ETH versus Bitcoin. That's the narrative. That is the most interesting narrative right here. And this thing is holding steady at 0.07. Like, how high could it go against Bitcoin? I mean, it's made a jump. It's made a jump against BTC. It's still reading buy. Okay, look at this jump. And again, it's the buy the rumor, sell the news event. That's what I'm trying to say. If I do throw a bit or more at it, maybe a couple bits, I don't know. It would be with the intent to probably sell the news if the merger is successful. Now, how high could it go? That's the question. Like, how high could it go? Could it go back over here to 0.85? And if so, is it worth the risk of, a 10, maybe 15% gain on the BTC? Because it's going to be somewhere between, I think there's a play here to make 10 to 20% on your BTC in the next, maybe 30 days. Somewhere around there. There's a potential, right, with this Ethereum play. If there's any reason for Ethereum to pump, it's going to be now, and it's already started. Obviously, it's there. And the narrative's still driving. It's still sometime more than, this merger's in September, and we just started August. So, this may be a stellar month for Ethereum if all systems are still on go and they stay on track. If they stay on track and they don't need to hit any potholes and get a flat tire over here in, the final stretch, I think they're going to boom to perhaps maybe even 0.10 on Ethereum. And again, this is for the short term. And then I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to also sell the news once the merger's complete. So sometime already by October, we may see ETH back at, these levels at 0.07. For all I know, I'm just, I'm taking a wild guess. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about that. But I think that's the most interesting play. And, if anything is going to drive crypto this month, Ethereum is definitely involved in that list, or I'm going to say, involved close to the top of that list, if not at the top of that list. So let me know what you think. I think it's the clearest play, one of the only plays, because you could do like Jason did and buy the Luna dip or whatnot, and those are. They're legitimate plays. I can see the strategy behind them. Like I said, I don't want anything to do with it. I haven't, I was talking about this offline just a few days ago with someone. I'm saying, we haven't had any clear plays. It seems like all year, what's been going on, maybe it's to buy that Luna dip. But other than that DCA into BTC and ETH, I don't really see any clear plays. And you could speculate in some of these smaller platforms, or you can go full degen and try to get into drip and, push the referral MLM all day. But, that's not for everybody. That's not. And respect to those guys, they're doing what they can, you know what I mean? But as far as like clear, healthy plays, like clear, organic, non-GMO plays, I haven't really seen them out there. You see these little degen indie plays, and if you want to do that, but I'm talking about solid plays here that are clear, But we'll see. So, that being said, is this the clear solid play? Like, look, ETH has a strong chance here. You're betting on a blue chipper. It's not like, you're it's ETH, guys. You know what I mean? It's ETH. So much so that I'm like, I'm considering throwing bits plural at it, So I don't know. Maybe I should already have done that, Let me know in the section of the comment in the chat box over here. But that's what's going on. How many people we got listening? We got a couple people listening. Like 5 people listening over here on YouTube. Maybe another straggler over there on the Twitter. But yeah, we continue out here, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, this has been, a very, very bumpy road as far as this year in crypto. Not only for the markets, but like, you've seen crashes and it's been a bloodbath out there. It's been a pretty ugly bear market, But we're here now. Have I lost my confidence in crypto as far as the long run? Absolutely not. I think it's going to be here. Now, as far as those major gains in Bitcoin and ETH that we've seen over the past 10 years, I don't know. Like, where do you see BTC and ETH in the next 5 years? It's possibility, or even 10. It's obviously, I think that BTC is going to see its all-time highs surpassed, 65 plus. We may even see the 6 figures, but I mean, like, what you think you're going to see, $500,000 BTC, like some people say, $1 million BTC in the next, I don't know, guys. And if that's the case, where's the US dollar going to be? And, is it going to even matter? Is it going to be, is it things are going to be so hyperinflated that, is it going to be all that, A bunch of questions that I ask myself out here, I don't know. Now, that being said, I think that could it be easily 6 figures, 100, 150K? Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. I think it's going to stick around. I think it'll be 6 figures in the next 5 years. Yeah. But, as far as those exponential gains, they're going to be in the smaller altcoins. And that's usually where it's at, if you want to make those major gains, we're going to have to identify the up and comers. And they very well could still be the ETH alternatives now that ETH is changing. Like, I know we've been in them, but if ETH survives, maybe some of these layers will as well. I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 years down the pipeline over here. Hewitt says, "Don't let the kids kaboom your modem today." No, they're not. They're not around today to kaboom the modem. But yeah, they were wilding out over there, building like a fortress or something in the corner, and they knocked over the modem. And since it was raining that day, I thought that somehow the internet had got. We have choppy internet sometimes around here. It's like we don't got the best internet, I don't think. Even though I've seen the trucks out there and they've been laying new pipe or fiber optic down, so maybe eventually we will. Shout out to Hewitt in the box. Shout out to Adrian, Manuel, Jason Newberry, and my day ones, my OGs, the guys that follow me, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys keep me going, and that's the reason I pull up. I'll be honest with you, this whole year, as far as like the major motivations and the excitement on the networks, it hasn't really been all that. You know what I mean? It really hasn't. So, sometimes you're like, do you want to stream all the time? And sometimes I want to more than others, But it's guys like Adrian that always comment, Manuel that always pulls up, that keep me going. I'm like, yeah, let me, because if I don't, then I'm not gonna feel right. You know what I mean? Although we do these short form videos or whatnot, like they're cute and everything, but I'd rather do the live streams. So hopefully we can get the numbers up, and we'll continue to pull up, and we can get these numbers up as the crypto trends change. I miss those days when we had 30, 40, 50 people in the box, and I remember the times when the algorithm was really favor to champ at the very beginning, and there was times we had hundreds of people on the chat. That's like at the very beginning. That was exciting, man. What no one talks about, if ETH overtakes Bitcoin, then digital currencies are not currencies or money. People cannot change their money every few years like a fad. I'm not understanding the logic. I'm gonna be honest with you. If ETH overtakes Bitcoin, then digital currencies are not currencies or money. I mean, I guess that you're assuming that Bitcoin is the only digital currency or money. So I don't know. Like, I don't understand the assumption. So I don't get it. If ETH does overtake Bitcoin, then ETH will overtake Bitcoin. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's a whole deep agreement. Like, oh, how decentralized is ETH and compared to Bitcoin or not? But for things to be a currency or money, it doesn't matter if it's decentralized or not. All that matters is the consensus of people using it. And that's one thing that Richard Hart has really hammered down. And you could talk about decentralization and the chains and what's the real this. At the end of the day, these are all consensus of people. Even Bitcoin is a consensus network. Look, they did the Lightning Network. Nothing is they tell you it's 1 million coins that it's going to be fixed at. But that can change. There could be a fork. There could be a consensus of the miners that change that, So, yeah, consensus is a big deal. Then now ETH is what you should want, the Doge and Filecoin, etc. Yeah, but I think you're conflating. You're like, well, if ETH takes over, then what's next? Then Doge, then File. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Just because you have, Bitcoin. Just because you have Coke or Pepsi, doesn't mean that there's gonna a bunch of other sodas have taken them out. Yeah, there's been other places for them, and the market has expanded, and there's a place for all these other drinks and stuff, but no one's really taken out Coke and Pepsi. Like, they are still out there. And you know what? There's a bunch of other drinks out there. There's more drinks out there than there was 10 years ago, so I don't know. I think that I don't agree with the assumption that you're making. If I'm understanding your assumption correctly. And again, I'm a Bitcoin maniac. You know what I mean? But again, I'm not even here saying that ETH is going to take out Bitcoin. I'm not saying that at all. It could. Maybe one day. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what's going on in the short term is that ETH, you see the price right now? 0.071. I think that it could go up to 0.10, 0.11. I mean, I think it could go up. I think it can go up. That's basically what I'm saying. In the short term, especially off this rumor and hype of the merge. And look, I mean, that's what drove this candle right here. Why did it go up against Bitcoin so much in this candle? Because of that merge news. So that's the only thing I'm asking. Now, am I comparing if one is better than the other? Listen, guys, at the end of the day, it's not about the currency per se. It's about the consensus of the people and what they consent to use. It could be rice, it could be paper, it could be Bitcoin, it could be Ether. At the end of the day, it's what people agree upon. That's it. It's what people agree upon. And ultimately, that's what, that's the power of faith. That's the whole lesson. What people what are people going to believe in? What everybody's agreeing on? I just think people should support Bitcoin to keep the train going. Yeah, that makes sense. But if there's another vehicle that it travels faster and better, then I'm not falling in love with a Bitcoin. That's the thing. I think that people think that that's like the end and the perfect currency. It's not. And in fact, BTC is not perfect. It's not peer-to-peer cash as originally conceived. It somehow turned into somewhat of a store of value. But when Satoshi dropped the paper, it was supposed to be peer-to-peer cash, digital peer-to-peer. That's not what it's doing. Now it serves another function. Does it mean that it's bad and that people shouldn't support? No. I mean, I think that it's good, but we gotta just recognize, like, don't fall in love with the ideas. Things could change and stuff. At the end of the day, we just, in my opinion, this is me. What I want to do is continue to grow the wealth, and I want to have more value and more buying power. More value and more buying power. So what's going to get me more buying power? If it's ETH or Bitcoin or whatever it's going to get me across the bay faster. If I can get on a better ship that's going to move faster, you know, I'm not married to the ship that I'm sitting on. Like, I understand and I recognize it's a good ship and it's been doing good and it's been steady. But if there should be a better, stronger, faster ship, then, you know, I may strongly consider riding it across the sea. That's all I'm trying to say. People get married. It's like, you know, when people made cars, I'm sure there was someone's like, I'm never going to get rid of my horse. I'm always going to do it as a horse. Dude, things change. If you have to change your money every few years, then digital currencies are not hard money, just plain devil's advocate. Yeah, that may be the case. That may be the future. You know, that may be what technology provides, that there is no real hard money. All you have is technology and what's ever faster. It's the utility monster. If once you know, go there, that's a whole philosophical argument, and you can find it on Wikipedia. It becomes a utility monster. It's kind of bad in a way, but we're not that far. We're not even close to completing utility, guys. Once you've been in DeFi long enough and you see how fast you can move between coins, you realize that it's not necessarily ETH or this coin or that coin. It's where whatever thing is moving faster. Just as long as things are in tandem and it works within the ecosystem. And that's why I like the EVM and the altcoin so much. Like, it's about which vehicle you're in. You're still in the same ecosystem and you're still like in the same plane, but it's what you're moving in. You see what I'm saying? If Bitcoin drops to number 2, the market will collapse. Nah, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen right now, nor am I saying, oh, ETH is coming for Bitcoin's neck or anything like that. No. Hugh, it's out here. It sounds like you're really protecting Bitcoin. Like, you know, I know you're playing devil's advocate, but there's some people that they protect Bitcoin by all means, and it becomes like an idol to them. You know what I mean? Like that's not what it is for me. I really like BTC, and I think it's probably the top dog right now, and it should be for a while. But I'll tell you this much. I see more utility in Ethereum than I do in Bitcoin. And that's being super honest with everybody. I see more utility in Ethereum than I do in Bitcoin. Now, it may well be the case that Bitcoin can do one thing better than everybody else, and that's store the value. You know what I mean? And that may be the case. It may be that, you know that Ethereum may look to have more value, but Bitcoin does one thing better than Ethereum does. That could be the case. But again, it's not one or the other, guys. This is what technology provides us. It provides us easily moving in and out of things. It provides us a way to easily communicate. I can talk to Hewitt now in this live stream. I don't even got to look at his face. I'm just looking at what he types. It makes things super easy to go in and out of communication. Are we really not communicating because you don't hear my voice directly into your ear, me standing next to you, or you're not seeing my face, or you can't touch me? You see what I'm saying? Like, the message is still getting across. It's what vehicle we're using. Right now, we're using the vehicle of the internet. I'm really not there with you, but the message is getting across. You know, it may not be as real, but the message has gotten across. And I think that's what happens in the metaverse and in communicate. It's all about communication and consensus. Hewitt says, for sure, more utility for it. I believe that it does have more utility. But does it store value better than Bitcoin? I don't think so yet. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. But just to be like to die on the Bitcoin hill is not. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy that's gonna die on the Bitcoin hill. If there's a better means and there's and I can see it. We're in the digital age. These things get upgraded every freaking day. Look at how many Windows updates have there been? How many damn updates? They're updating all the freaking time. There's a new software. There's a new thing all the time. It's like saying, yo, I still want to use Windows 95. It's the only real one. And there's still people like that. There's people right there that they still use the Windows and, do your thing. By no means being disrespectful. Just wanted thoughts on what no one is talking about. No, absolutely not. I don't feel any disrespect at all. Absolutely not. I like, I keep it 1,000. I encourage everybody to just say how you really feel out here. Say what it is. There's some people out there that they don't want to keep it real, or they don't want to ask the real questions. Just go ahead and ask the questions. Say how you feel and just, put it out on the table. That's what I'm trying to do. And I know a few people get a little triggered when I call BTC into question. And this is coming from someone that has his majority portfolio BTC, to keep it a $1.50. But I think of what if this, what if that? And right now, in the short run, Ether looks way more attractive as far as the next 60 days or less, 45 days, let's say. The next 45 days look way more attractive for Ethereum than they do for Bitcoin. So if I really believe that, then I should put your money where your mouth is, right? That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, I appreciate the discourse. The discourse. That's why Discord is called Discord. Yeah, because I get it. Yeah, discourse. That's the right word. Shout out to Hugh, the metamaniacs out there, guys. What will we see in August? I don't know. Hopefully we see some green, and let's see if Ether continues to drive the markets. It seems like it kind of has. But BTC, I'm still a believer, guys. I think BTC is going to hang around. I do. Even if BTC, let's say if maybe Hewitt disagrees, but let's say if BTC falls to 2, 3, number position 2 or 3 or 4, I still think it's going to be here. And I don't think that crypto is going to crash or anything like that and the market would be done. I don't think so. I can see things even surviving with Bitcoin not at number 1. Do I think that we're headed there? Not anytime soon. It's like for ETH to overthrow Bitcoin, where are we at with the market cap sizes between the two? Like how far away is ETH from BTC? Market cap. Damn, they're not that far though. I'll tell you that much. I thought it was a lot further away. Market cap 200 to 445. It's creeping. It's creeping. BTC's got 39% of the market and ETH has 17%. It's creeping. Let's see. And these other coins are stable coins, so. But either or, I don't think that these guys are in competition. I don't think Bitcoin and Ethereum are in direct competition. I don't. They serve different functions. And then you got Binance. Look at Binance is to me it's like the hybrid of all hybrids. It's got the crypto and it's a major company. This is a company. Okay, Binance, mess around this guy. What's the main guy from Binance? That guy could be the next Tesla, the next Musk. This guy's got a bag. That's a major Binance is a major company, guys. I think that we're sleeping at even what it could become. I think it could grow into something even bigger. As not only as a crypto, but like I'm talking about a crypto company, yes, centralized as a company. These guys, I wouldn't sleep on Binance. Their blade is sharp. I've been watching them. Their blade is sharp. And by no means am I like a fan, or I'm not holding any Binance. I mean, I got maybe a few $100 of Binance, but it's insignificant. All right, guys, we've been on for over 30 minutes now. I'm glad that we got some good talking here. I appreciate Hewitt there in the box. We need more deeper conversation. That's why I like the live streams. You know, the short streams are the short form videos are cool, but they're a little candy cane. They're a little too pop for me. Even though, you know, I'll do them and I see their purpose. But, you know, you get into the deeper conversations in the live stream and you can explore the idea a lot better. But some people don't got time for that. And that's fine. We'll do both. All right, guys. Stay strong. I'll be back tomorrow. It's the voice of the blockchain. Satoshi's big cousin. Cryptography's finest. Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.